The United States has a mass shooting problem, and sadly, some of this violence happens in the halls of learning. A 2019 report finds that there have been more than 40 school shootings just this year alone. Needless to say, this is both students and teachers on edge, looking for warning signs to prevent the next attack, even categorizing rap lyrics as potential threats.
A parent in Washington says his high school son is suspended for singing a popular rap song at school and can't even do some after-school activities either.
In September 2019, a young man was suspended from school for rapping Future's Draco off of Hendrix's eponymously named 2017 album.
Draco season with the book bag. Rat tag got a little kickback.
The student allegedly misquoted the lyrics, swapping out Draco for AK. His father spoke out in his son's defense.
Porter thinks the punishment is too harsh.
He didn't come out and just say that, hey, I'm going to do this to this person, or I'm going to do this here at this place. You know what I mean? He was singing.
In early November 2019, in Dade City, Florida, a 13-year-old, after being tossed out of class, responded, quote, "This is not over, I got my Glock 9. After being arrested and interviewed by the police, he revealed that he was quoting fellow Sunshine State rapper Glock 9.
Bounce out my dogs and when we thuggin', we got Glock 9s. I'm that double K, well, I know I'm super block.
But one of the most startling examples of this trend comes in September 2019 from the University of South Alabama, where 21-year-old Jack Christensen was charged with making terroristic threats after writing lyrics from Tyler the Creator's Radicals on a flipboard in the school's library. He had drawn a pentagram on the board the day before. In an exclusive interview with Genius, Jack tells us that it was just a joke.
People always just come in and write over it, or they write their own thing, and I didn't think anybody would take it seriously.
But someone did take it seriously.
Authorities allege that Christensen left a flip chart containing threatening messages at the university's library.
I sat there and tried to explain it and everything. I was like, look, it's a song lyrics from the Odd Future stuff, Tyler the Creator and everything. I was like, no, it's not it's not a threat by any means. And they were like, okay, come with us and put your hands in the car. I was like, nah, man, this isn't happening.
Jack understood Tyler's warning at the top of Radicals.
Random disclaimer. Hey, don't do anything that I say in this song, okay? It's fucking fiction. If anything happens, don't fucking blame me, white America.
His case was dismissed, and he believes that the whole thing was a little overblown.
Those were some choice lyrics, but at the same time, I didn't do anything illegal or wrong. I just wrote the lyrics to the song on a board. I think by arresting me, they tried to make an example of me.
But what's making schools so skittish about rap lyrics?
Schools are in a really tough position. Our research indicates that there's been this incredible uptick in school-based violent threats and school-based violent incidents.
That's Amanda Klinger, Director of Operations for the Educator School Safety Network. They released a study on violent threats in the 2018-19 school year that found, quote, "The perception of the single overwhelming threat of an active shooter has become a widespread belief that has negatively impacted all hazards preparedness and potentially decreased the overall safety of schools."
We have to take threats seriously on one hand because no school wants to be the folks who said, oh, it's probably just a joke.
Which is how Jack saw it playing out.
They had to do it because there was even that slightest chance. And looking back on it, I realize that now, but at the time I was like, it's just right on the board, who cares?
Amanda notes that many schools aren't properly equipped to handle the nuance of rap.
To help them sort through what are real threats and what are just jokes or turns of phrase or rap lyrics, for example.
Klinger's research shows that only 6% of school threats lead to an actual shooting.
We have to get to a point where we can sort of respond appropriately, that we're not having ridiculous consequences for kids.
But finding a balance will be tricky.
But also students need to understand that there's a time and a place for potentially violent speech and expression.
And for Jack, he's just happy to be back in class.
And now everything's kind of back to normal. It's just, hopefully this is just going to be a funny memory in the next few years.
I'm Jacques Morel with Genius News, bringing you the meaning and the knowledge behind the music. Peace.